I think one key take from Manish was that if you give a discount of your commission, you're actually discounting the service also. And that's what happens with most people when you start cutting your margins and start giving them back to the customer. Then when the customer comes back for the grills, then at that point of time you say, hey, I can't help you for the grills because you gave me no money. So that is definitely a huge possibility.
So yes, without getting into names, we are helping a large partner, sell their residential apartments in more than one market. And we did not budge from an agreement which said that we would get paid 3%. And the reason is the client who wants us to sell all these apartments, and these are hundreds of them, was very sure that they wanted a certain experience. And we wouldn't have been able to provide it unless there was good money for us. And we were willing to walk away unless we were given that. So that developer understood, and it's been a very successful partnership with the developer.
Excellent. So the anecdote, pay peanuts to get monkeys is absolutely true then.
In our case, yes.
Absolutely. It's always true. Anurag.
So, Sam, I mean, you asked, your question was, what's the secret mantra for success for developers? I can't spell out, like Manish said, what the secret for success is. But I can certainly tell you what, and this relates to residential once again. So what the buyers are looking for, and this is through first-hand experience. I don't think it's always about money and how cheap, etc. And I've seen this very closely, how the customer profile change and what it is. So 5 things, in my view, what customers are behaving now. One is your buyer, your customer has become more confident. They're far more confident than they used to be 15 years ago. They're buying, they're putting a lot of money on the table, and they want to deal with a lot of confidence. They are not in an environment in the 70s where they would be allotted a DDA flat and like it or not, take it or leave it kind of a situation. They are more confident. They're saying, I'm putting my hard-earned money on the table, I'm borrowing, you're putting a product, I'm going to pay your price, what's in it for me? And they want to deal with a lot of confidence. They are doing so. Second is, I think they're getting aspirational. Everyone who is now buying a house or an apartment is talking about aspirations. He's looking for a nicer place to live. He wants to raise his family in an environment, in an apartment which is better than what he grew up in. And they know they can afford it. They're earning well, they have a bright future, and they're aspirational in their approach to buying the housing for themselves. The third is they're discerning. They know what they want and they are learning. Like Manish gave that incident earlier. They're going to YouTube. I mean, what's the connection of YouTube with buying a house? But they're doing Googling, they're doing YouTube, all sorts of stuff. They want to know what works, what doesn't work, how does it help. I get surprised, I get taken aback. You get young techies who know about concreting, they know about tiling, they know about a whole lot of stuff. When they go to the apartment, they ask that question. They want to throw a challenge at that. So they know what they want. The fourth is, I think they're looking for value for money. It's not cheap. It's not a low price that they're looking for, but they're looking at value for money. Am I getting the value for my money? It is irrelevant as to what level of product is he buying. If he's buying a 15,000 rupees a square foot product, or if he's buying a 3,000 rupees a square foot product, he wants to know, am I getting the value? Am I getting the true value for this? Is this the location? Is the quality of construct? Is the number of apartments per acre? And so on and so forth. And I think the last and the most important thing in my view, and absolutely the most important thing is they're looking for transparency.
Absolutely.
This industry, unfortunately, and I'm part of this industry and we're all to be blamed, we have not built the level of transparency that is expected of us. We need to move in that direction. We need to be far less opaque than we have been and we are. There needs to be greater transparency. If there's a project delay, we need to go out and tell the customer before they find out, saying, look, there's a 3 months delay because of whatever reasons. And mind you, there are developers who are doing it now. I have faced this situation a couple of years ago. There was this development, I won't name the developer, there's nicely developed apartments, they're getting delayed, 6 months, 9 months, etc. The developer And these potential buyers are all very evolved professionals. They're getting very irate. Saying, what's happening, etc., etc., etc. And they formed that Google group, which every apartment block today has, and they were getting nastier, etc. I knew some of those people. I obviously didn't want to participate in that, but I went to the developer. I said, look, why are you hiding? Why don't you go and face these people? There are 300 people who are your customers, they paid your money. Go and face them, tell them, look, I have a 6 months delay, I have a 1 year delay. We'll deal with it. Please be patient, be with me. These are the reasons. This is what I'll do. This is how we'll address it. That sort of philosophy we need to embed in our system in how we essentially do business and how we transact with people. Transparency is going to be vitally important. Today, this is the time and age of IT industry. I mean, everything is available on tap. I mean, you know what's happening in Botswana on your news channel before you know what happened at school, your kid's school. That's the level of information technology that we have. News is traveling fast. So therefore, we need to be more transparent. We need to go to the clients upfront and saying, look, the project that you invested in is getting a little delayed. These are the reasons. And I think we have to participate as service providers in as well. It's not just developers. We have to participate. We have to do more on that side. So these are some of the things that I think...
Thanks, Anurag. I think this was a great session. Thank you very much, guys. I'll leave you with one thought. If you want a discount, I think the developers feel that it's okay for customers to negotiate and haggle. Some brokers also feel the same. I just want to ask you guys, has anybody gone to McDonald's and taken a discount? If you have, then continue that practice. Otherwise, stop it.